Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? Hopefully everybody's day is going awesome so far. All right, so we're just doing a Q&A type of thing today. If you guys got some questions, maybe I got some answers. Mad Dog, what's going on? Keith, Colburn, Missy Scott. Pess, I guess it's Missy Scott's birthday, so happy birthday, Missy Scott. What's up, Uncle Broken Down Beamer? How you doing? We got Tornpool. What's up? We got Daniel Hayes. Hey, what's up, buddy? Damayan, what's up? Nice to see you guys today. Alrighty. So what do you guys think about the Smoota, not the Snoota, the Smoota, can't say it right, the Smoota nerf, guys? Do you notice much of a difference? Because I think it's only about a total of a 20% nerf, and I'm telling you, those Smootas are still beating me up, guys. They are still beating me up out there. I noticed there's not as many people using them, but they're hitting very hard. They're still a very scary weapon. So I'm glad they didn't nerf them to the point where they're not good anymore, but they're still a little bit too strong. What do you guys think? Alright, Simple says it got a buff. No, they actually took away the amount of bullets it shoots. It shoots less bullets, but does more damage per bullet. So overall, I think it comes to like a 20% nerf, or 23 or 33 or something like that. Somebody was doing the math. I'm not a very good mathematician, but it's definitely about 20 to 30% nerf, basically. Have I heard about the new weapons yet? I actually had a video yesterday where we tested out the new weapons on the test server. They're just like Tehran's, guys. They're like a better version of Tehran. They're really cool. I like them. I like them a lot, actually. I'm amazed they got a 600 meter range, but I have a feeling that's going to change. All right, Simple, how is a 23% nerf a buff? I don't get it, buddy. They should do overall less damage the way we calculated it. So I'd like to hear your idea of why you think it's actually a buff. Behemoth with 4 thunders is pretty crazy. Ozzy, what's going on? Ozzy does not like the shot mechanism. Is Incinerator and Scald good on the Revenant? I don't like it. I feel that the reload time is a little bit too long on the heavy version. Now, the light weapons, all right, the little light rockets, they reload nice and fast, but the heavy's got a really long reload time, so I don't prefer them on the Revenant. If I were going to run something like that, I would want a robot where I generally stay back 500 meters. All right. Cornerpool Boys, he's asking, is the Skyros worth it? I think the Skyros is very, very good. It's one of those things where if you don't mind doing less damage, you're gonna love playing the Skyros. It's a lot of fun, but when you're in the ball, which you're probably gonna stay in the ball the majority of the time, you're not actually doing any damage. Hey, thank you, Looney, buddy. I appreciate that. Super nice of you. I actually don't know how to pronounce your real name there, so. What's up, Carson? How you doing today? Yeah, I appreciate the donation, buddy. That's awesome. All right. So Eric says, I finally got the rest of the hammer components today, going to my Fenrir with 2 maces. Nice, nice. You're going to love that setup. You will like that a lot, I do believe. It's a really good deal. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think they're working better than they did back when I first made my very first video about those weapons. I don't think they were really performing the way they are now. I don't know if they like made a change to them or fixed them, but they're doing so much better now than they were when they first came out. Or maybe it just took a while to get used to them. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm really liking them. I'm having a very, very good time with them, actually. They're cool weapons. Ozzy says, don't forget the like button. Yep, hit that like. Would definitely appreciate that a lot. That would be amazing. All right. Yeah, I run the whiteout on my Skyros. It's really fun, guys. Whiteout or the Nebula are probably the two best drones for your Skyros. It's cool having the EMP, but it's also cool having all the healing power of the Nebula. But if you have the right healing chips on the whiteout drone, it's almost as good as the Nebula, honestly. So they're both very, very nice. But yeah, if you've got the if you can't get the whiteout, definitely go for a Nebula. Nebula is very good. How was my doctor's appointment? It was okay. They want to send me for a couple more MRIs and some more blood work, so I don't know. I've had like a couple MRIs, and they want to send me to get some on like my neck and my upper or middle back or something. I've had lower back, I've had a brain scan, and I've had like hips and hamstrings, but they haven't done like neck and upper back yet. So, Mikey, what's up? How are you? This is just pre-recorded. I played these games a few hours ago. I was like, you know what? I can't play and talk to you guys at the same time, so I said I'll record like 4 or 5 games and then just loop it on there, so that way you guys have something to look at, right? All right. Thank you, Missy Scott. I appreciate that a lot. It's very nice of you. All right, so who's got game questions? Who's got game questions? There's some pretty interesting Titan weapons coming out. There's a new mothership coming out pretty soon. I guess there's even going to be a new Titan coming out. I think they're calling it, I don't know how to pronounce it, but whatever it translates to, it's like the bow and arrow. It's like some sort of mythical Indian deity Titan. Now, this is just a rumor, guys. I don't have any photos of it or anything. I just have a little bit of a rumor. There's a little bit of a leak that there's a new Titan coming out. Let me find its name really quickly. Let me look that up. I don't think I get stuck on too much. I think there was one time on this video that I got stuck, Missy. All right, let me find that thing. Now, don't quote me on this just in case it's incorrect, but I guess the new Titan's called Indra. Indra is an Indian Hindu deity who is a god of gods, associated with the sky, and bears an unstoppable thunderbolt weapon called Vindaraja or something like that, which translates to bow and arrow fight. So I guess there's going to be a really crazy new Titan coming out pretty soon. Do I think the Heimdall would or should get another buff? I don't know, buddy. The Heimdall's pretty awesome once you learn how to play him. I mean, if he got a buff, I would be all about it. I don't know if he really needs it, but I think he would be crazy, crazy amazing if he did get one. What's up, Disturbed Freak? How are you doing? Uh-oh, what the heck did I just do? All right. Aw, man, Freak. Disturbed Freak. Yeah, the Phantom's an awesome little dude. I still love that little guy. He's awesome, awesome, awesome. I have a lot of fun with it. Let me go read back up through the chat. All right. 4 geckos. A blitz of 4 geckos. That would be an interesting setup, Eric. I know I missed some comments here and there, so. Yeah, Keith says, I think seriously Pixonic needs to ease up on introducing new Titans and weapons and create some new maps or new map features. I've been told that maps are really, really time consuming, so I guess it takes them a really long time to create maps just because there's all the texture and rendering and all the buildings and stuff. I guess it can take up to a year to get a map finished or something like that, but I do feel like they're bringing out weapons and robots and Titans way too fast. It's like we just get something and we just get used to playing it, and then bam, something new comes out. So it's definitely crazy. All right, what is the best robot / Titan? Personally, I think right now the best overall robot is going to be the, oh wait, I can't think of the name all of a sudden. God. You know, the floaty guy. How can I not remember this thing's name? I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a big old brain fart over here. Man. This is terrible. What's that one robot called, guys? The new one. The Kepri. The Kepri. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I say this guy's name about 500 times a day, and somehow I just totally forget the name of it. But Kepri's got to be one of the best robots in the game right now. Love it. Love it. Love it. Best Titan, that's a very hard one to really decipher because there's so many different Titans that are good at different things. I mean, Luchador's pretty much the #1 brawler in the game. You got Miramitz, which is... that guy is just a Titan destroyer. Very squishy and very hard to play, but if you can get good with the Miramitz, it'll wreck everything on the map. It's a very, very dangerous Titan. Alright, I think the new Heimdall is really good. I love it. It's very fun. One of the most fun robots to play. But when it comes to healing, Nodens is still top-notch for healing. He's not really designed to fight and brawl anymore, but he's really designed to heal the crap out of your teammates, so... I don't think there's really a best Titan, honestly. I think that one comes down to personal preference because they're all very, very good at different things. But right now, I think the main two being used are Luchador and Miramitz. Those are probably the top 2 Titans. And then you always want to have a couple Nodens on your team as well. So more than likely, you're going to see, like, let's just say you have a team of 6 players. You really want at least 1 Nodens, probably 2 Luchadors, 2 Miramitz, and maybe like 1 Heimdall or something like that. Would be a great setup. Even Ming, if you have the new blinder weapons, Ming can be really, really good, but he dies so easy. He's hard to keep alive, so you gotta be really good with him. What's up, Comet? How you doing, buddy? How long have I played War Robots? Probably about 7 years now, actually. I've been playing War Robots for a little over 7 years. Try the Mets with 2 quantum radars. Yeah, you know, that's a great deal, Disturbed. Like, today's gameplay, though, that's just pre-recorded. I can't play and answer all these questions at the same time, or I'll miss all the comments. I'll miss all the comments. Yeah, Ming is a glass cannon for sure, but with the blinder weapons, he's very dangerous if you play him right. But yeah, I've never wanted to put Quantum Raiders on there. I mean, that's a great deal. I mean, if you put 2 of those, that's what, 700 meters of stealth? That's pretty darn good. Uh-oh, what did you hear, Missy Scott? I want to hear the craziness. Missy Scott said she heard something. Oh, you don't... Looney, you don't use the kid, man. What are you talking about? Great White, hello, hello. Mike, she's got her Kepri to Mark III. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, what do I think about the PvE mode? Is it really necessary? Well, it's going to bring something fun to the game and it's going to help us earn resources. So I think the PvE mode is going to be amazing. The only thing I'm concerned about with the new PvE mode is the fact that you have to earn or somehow get tickets to enter into it. So are we going to have to pay real money to get the tickets? Are we going to earn the tickets by playing the games? How are we going to get the tickets? That's what I want to know, because if you can go into the PvE mode and you kill all those little spiders coming at you and you get a bunch of resources for doing it, I think that's actually pretty cool, and I think that's a welcome addition to the game, as long as it's not too hard or too expensive to get the tickets, you know what I mean? Mr. Random says, when will they delete the silver chest in the black market? Stuff like that, I can't really answer. They don't normally give us any big information before, like, until right about when it's going to happen, so. Missy Scott loves the Sharinga. Sharinga's got crazy, crazy good firepower. if you can run with like a Nodens or something that will keep you healed up, Sharinga is very deadly. But if you don't have a healer to go with you, it's really hard to keep your Sharinga alive. Is Khepri with Scald good in Champion League? It's actually pretty decent, King. It's not my favorite setup, but I know a couple guys who play it, and I've tried it out myself, and I like it. That's a really good setup for beating up those balls, though. You can beat up the balls really good with those Scalds. I mean, Skyros' one weakness when he has the Theseus pilot is the bomb effect and DOT. So those bomb effect weapons are really great at beating up Skyros. Great White, did you get into a game with me today? Was that today, buddy? He said he matched up with me twice, but I was red both times. That's a bummer. Too bad we couldn't be on the same team. Most of the time when I play, I don't really pay attention to the names of who I'm playing with, so I can't read the red names very well for some reason. I don't know if I need some glasses or what, but I have a really hard time reading those red names. Yeah, but there's nothing that actually can hold 4 strikers right now. The most heavy weapons you can fit on a robot is 3 at the time. What's up, Catters? How you doing? It wasn't today. Okay. All right. What's up, Isaac? He said I got the Eldritch Khepri today. Out of these weapons, which setup is best for Khepri? Scalds, Cremolas, Blaze, or Scatters? Okay, if you're good with the scatters are the best setup you can put on there. They do a lot of damage. They make so other players can't heal up. Only problem is they're very hard to use, okay? Not everybody likes the scatters, but if you like the scatters and you're comfortable playing them, and you don't mind, you know, waiting for the reloads and stuff, those are going to be the best setup. I'm actually on Android. But my favorite Khepri weapons are definitely Scatters, Blaze, and the small toxic weapon. Not Venom, not Bane, but the other one. I'm having a bad day with remembering names, right? But the small toxic weapons are normally what I run on mine because they're easier to use. Flamethrowers are a little harder to use, and the Scatters are a bit harder, but they're all very, very good. Yeah, actually, Missy Scott was like, hey, can you do a stream on Monday? And I said, you know what? I've been meaning to do a stream on Monday for a while. I just haven't got around to it. She said it was her birthday, so I was like, you know what? I'll make sure I try and get it. And here we go. We got the stream, so thank Missy Scott for this one. And also wish her a happy birthday. Eric, yes, the only difference is there's a hit point increase. All right, the Arachnid Invader has an additional 10% hit points. Now, if you got the regular Invader with a paint job that has a 5%, then there's only a 5% difference between the two, but all special edition robots, the only difference is the special edition has 10% more hit points. So all special editions are like that. But if you get the regular one with the paint job that gives you the 5%, that little 5% of extra health really doesn't do much, but on something that's like a tank, like an Invader or a Fenrir or a Revenant, they've got so many hit points, 5% kind of adds up to a lot. On squishier robots, like let's just say you're playing an Ares or the special edition Ares, that 5 or 10% is barely going to be noticeable, but on the tanks, you can definitely feel it. Isaac, you're welcome, buddy. Missy Scott says Khepri needs to have a huge nerf. I disagree. I really like Khepri. It's one of my favorite bots to play. It's a little bit crazy, but for some reason, I don't mind tanks. A lot of people hate tanks because they're really hard to kill, but for some weird reason, they never seem to bother me. A lot of people just can't stand playing against tanks because you can't take the darn things down. But for some reason, I like the challenge of killing a tank. So I like everything about them myself, but that's just me. I know a lot of people hate those things. All right, so if anybody's got any more game questions, guys, feel free to ask. Yeah, Missy Scott, I scrolled up and down and I did not see whatever you said was the crazy news. Let me go try and find it again. Oh, wait. Great whites are invading the North Coast and tiger sharks are invading Texas. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. Is that your crazy news? Now I see it. Oh man, Inghan, you saw some linked pictures in the new Titan. Very cool. I haven't seen any photos yet. I just kind of heard about it and got a little description, but I haven't seen the photos. Cool. I'll have to look for those and see if I can find them. But yeah, just when you think this year is as bad as it can get, the sharks show up. Gosh. That's no good. That's no good. Let me go ahead and look at my special place where I get my leaks. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can. I don't think I can really share that, but let me see if they put a photo in there. No photo of it. So you must be getting leaks from some other place than where I am. The place I get my leaks from, I mean, 99% of the time, they're always correct, but they haven't put nothing up in there yet. Oh, they did just post something today about 2 new legendary pilots, but I can't read it. It's in a different language. I've always got to copy and paste it and then translate it into English, so I don't know what it says there. But it does say something about 2 new legendary pilots coming out, but for what? I have no idea. Best setup for Nodens, Cyclones, and Lanterns are awesome. I think Lanterns are probably the best Titan weapon right now. Lanterns and, man, I can't remember anything today. It's a bad day. But you guys know, I mean, Dazzlers and Lanterns, best Titan weapons you can get right now. That's my opinion. But if you don't have those, Cyclones are really, really good on Nodens. I like Cyclones a lot. Catter says the Lanterns are OP. They really are. They're very, very good. Now for Nodens though, as far as modules go, my choice is going to be 2 anti-controls, 1 armor kit, and then 1 damage unit. Preferably the Onslaught. So I try and put as much armor on Nodens as possible. We want Nodens to have a lot of armor, guys. Alright, Bogey says, somebody give a little defense ignorance for Scorcher Scald Incinerator. Not really sure what that means, bud. Best setup for Falcon. Alright. Falcon, are you trying to play it with the Traditionalists? Or do you want to play him like the normal Falcon where you have all 3 weapons available? I think right now if you're playing their Traditionalist Falcon, those 3 shotguns on there are amazing. I love the shotguns, alright? If the brand new shotguns with the bomb effect are awesome. The hammers, love it, love it, love it. Traditionalist Falcon has crazy amounts of hit points. He's one of the tankiest robots in the game. You can't go wrong with that. But if you're not putting the Traditionalist pilot skill on it, you have all 3 weapons available. So I think Redeemers are really good. Hammers are really good. The toxic weapons are great. The Vipers are great. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but 3 Zeuses. 3 Zeus is really freaking fun to play on a regular Falcon, guys. Let me think. What else would be good up there? Ah, man. 3 Smutas would probably be amazing on your regular Falcon. I never really thought about that or tried it, but yeah, I bet 3 Smutas would be awesome. 3 Punchers would be really good. There's a lot of awesome setups for Falcon. What's up, Fire's Pet? He says the game was better in 2017. You know, I think in some ways it was better back then, but in other ways it's better now. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on that makes the game really fun. I do think maybe they're adding a little bit too many features to it. I think we're getting a few too many features. We got a lot of stuff going on. Carson says they should come out with a module where you don't lose any weapons during battle. That would kind of be a cool module, actually. But I'm not really sure if I would want to take one of my regular modules off to throw one of those on there myself. Isaac says, Danny, what's better for the Luchador? 2 Squalls and 1 Grom, or 2 Cinders and 1 Grom? Man, that's a very hard decision because both setups are excellent. And there's been times where I was running one setup and said, man, I wish I had the other setup. And then there's times where I was running the other one and said, man, I wish I had the other one. So it really depends. Everything's so situational in this game. I mean, there's many times where I'm fighting somebody one-on-one and I would think I would rather have all 3 shotguns. But when I'm fighting a group of enemies, that's when the Cinders come into play. So I guess I would say overall, I think the Cinders and the Grom is probably the most useful because it does good in all situations, especially when you can fight multiple enemies and damage a bunch of them at one time. But there's also times when I'm kind of like hanging back at like 300 meters or 400 or 500 and I'm thinking, man, I could be shooting those guys right now if I didn't have those Cinders. So that one really comes down to personal preference. Both setups are very, very good, but overall I would definitely say Grom and Cinders is probably the way to go if you can do it. Mad Dog says I got 3 Zeus I can throw on there. It's a lot of fun. Just remember, Zeuses have a nice amount of range. You can't really brawl with a Zeus, so if you're going to throw 3 Zeuses on your Falcon, remember to try and stay back a little bit. You almost want to play him more like he's a sniper. You can stay behind cover, bring out all 3 weapons, jump up in the air, zap somebody, then when you land, you can kind of move to the left or right and come out of cover, zap somebody again, go back into the cover, and then your ability ends. So you can, if you play the Falcon right, the Zeuses can be really awesome. It's not easy to play, but it's very, very fun. Eric says he thinks Pixonic should make things more balanced instead of just adding more stuff. Personally, I think they should stop adding new stuff myself and work on just focusing on all the bugs and glitches, get the game running properly, stop bringing new stuff in, get everything running top notch and perfect. I mean, if I owned the game, that would be my #1 goal. I would say, guys, we got to stop bringing out new stuff. Let's fix the game, get all of these glitches out of there, get the game running top notch, and then start bringing new stuff out again. So yeah, I kind of agree with you on that one. All right, Alien wants to know where's the Danny pilot. I don't really know, but I'm guessing I'm probably going to need to have a couple 100,000 subscribers before the Danny pilot comes out, but I'm not really sure. I've never really asked them about a Danny pilot, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not popular enough of a YouTuber. I'm not really sure how we get a Danny pilot, but I don't expect to see it anytime soon. Would be really cool, actually. What's up, Magic? How you doing? Yeah, new content definitely makes them money. Alright, they bring new stuff out and bam, they rake in the cash. So you gotta remember though, these games are also businesses. Their main goal is to make money. Their second goal is to make a fun game. So pretty much all these mobile games are out to get some money from you. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I mean, there's some games out there where they're way more pay to win. Like there's some games that are almost pay to play, to where if you're not spending money, you can barely even play the games at all. On this game, if you do the right thing, you can be completely free to play and you can still do really well. It's hard, okay? It's hard, and you got to stick to a very like a very strict regimen to make it work. You can't just be upgrading everything you get. Like if you're a new player, let's just say you get 5 robots that you really like, you're doing good with them. They don't have to be like the meta, they just have to be good. So you get 5 good robots in your hangar, you throw good weapons on those robots. Well, you don't want to start upgrading more robots or more weapons as you get them, or you'll never get anywhere. So if you're free to play, you basically want to stick with one hangar and just keep upgrading that until everything in that hangar is maxed out. And then you can start working on upgrading more stuff. But like when I first started, I mean, I played for a couple years where every time I would get stuff up to like level 9 or 10, something new would come out. I would get it. I would start working on that. I'd get it up to like level 9 or 10. New things would come out. And I would try to upgrade every single thing I ever got. And I never got my hangar past level 9 or 10. So I didn't really stick with one hangar. And I mean, I could have had a maxed out hangar a long time ago. It took me years. I've been playing the game for like 3 years, 4 years, and I still had level 10 stuff because everything I got, I upgraded it. So if you do that, if you're like me, if you do what I did, that's going to be a big mistake if you're free to play. I mean, for years, I did not spend a dime on this game. I think when Arthur first came out, I spent like $50 and I got myself an Arthur. After that, I didn't spend any money for years. You know, now they got these killer gold deals, I find, for like $5 for a crap load of gold or $10 for a bunch of gold. I do buy those occasionally. I spend a very little bit. I might spend 10, 20, $30 a month. I mean, sometimes I might not spend anything for 3 or 4 months. It just depends on, like, you know, my budget, but I don't spend a lot of money on this game. But it's very easy to do. Like, every time I see these $10 gold deals that pop up for a lot of gold, I'm like, man, I wish I could buy that. But if I bought it every time it came out, I would be broke. But some people can afford to do that, you know? Jim Ball, what's up? He says, yes, commit to your builds. But if you're free to play, that's what you have to do. If you don't, you're always going to be struggling. Killing people to death. Hailing people to death. Ozzy, I don't quite understand what my ability is. What's up, Punisher? How you doing? Ah, man, Punisher wants to know what's the best build for Typhon. Man, I'm gonna have to say right now, probably 4 of the Razdor weapons or 4 of the Pulsars. 4 Razdars or 4 Pulsars if you're playing Team Deathmatch, or even 4 Wasps. Those are all amazing setups on them. Now, if you want to play up close and personal, 4 Terrans, amazing. I love the Terrans, I love the Sonics, I love the new shotguns. So it really depends on how you're trying to play them. If you're trying to play long range, I would go with some of the first weapons I mentioned. If you want to play close range, I would go with the weapons I just mentioned there. I like to run 3 fortifiers on them as modules that really boost the crap out of a shield. It's awesome to put 3 fortifiers on Typhon. It's so hard to take his shield down if you can put fortifiers on there. It's actually insane trying to take that shield down. Let me see if there's any more comments that I missed. Nice, Alien. Silverhawk, how's it going? Silverhawk says plus 10% damage to all lightning weapons. You know, that would be kind of cool, actually. That would actually kind of fit. I'd want it to be more like plus 20% damage, though. Maybe plus 200% damage. Of course, that'll never happen, but that would be kind of cool. Let's see. Mad Dog says the only time I spend money is when $10 for 40,000 gold. Yep, that's what I've been buying. I bought that about 4 times. So I spent $30 of my own money to get 120,000 gold, and then A friend of mine, I don't know why, but they sent me a Google Play card, which was super nice of them. I still really appreciate that. But they sent me a $10 Google Play card, and I got the 40,000 gold for $10 again with that Play card. So that was a lot of gold. I was able to upgrade a lot of things to Mark III and whatnot with that gold, and I still have a bunch of it left. So that was really helpful buying that. Jim Ball says, my Kefri has Sheriff Magnetars. For my second Kefri, should I go Sonics or HMGs? Jim Ball, personally, this is what I find out about the Cremolas. They don't seem that powerful. They're a very cool weapon and stuff, but I notice anytime I run the Cremolas on my Kefri, my damage goes way down. I don't get as many kills. My damage goes down. They just don't seem to do as good for me. I think the Cremolas are a little bit on the weak side, so I would probably say, you know, if you're gonna go with those, go with the Sonic weapons. The Sonic weapons are hard to play, but they hit crazy hard. Isaac says, how much do you want the cross-platform update to finally come out? I think that would be awesome. You know what? I've been wanting to play some games with Adrian for a long time, and we can't play together. Like, our battle record counts are not allowed to go into squads or anything, so... Like, I talk to Adrian all the time, so I'd love to be able to get to play some games with him and stuff like that. That would be sweet. Plus, I mean, there's a lot of guys on iOS that could get into our clan. I mean, there's a lot of guys that wanted to join my clan, but ended up being iOS, and we couldn't let them in, which sucked, so... I hear there's rumor that that's actually going to happen soon. I haven't heard that confirmed by Pixonic, but I have heard the rumor that that's happening soon. Now, hopefully that really works, because that would be awesome, I think. Yeah, Eric's got 3 fortifiers on his Erebus. If it's got a shield, fortifiers are amazing. I think everybody should have at least 3 or 6 maxed out fortifiers in their hanger. I love them. I mean, I put fortifiers on pretty much anything with a shield. I tried 3 fortifiers on the Skyros, and I wasn't really that impressed with it. So it worked nice, but I'm not really sure it's worth taking off the armor kits or the nitro units. The thing I've been trying the last couple of days is Skyros with 3 nitro units, and that guy, he gets to the beacon so fast, even without a Kefri attached to him. I usually get to the beacon really quick with 3 nitro units on the Skyros, but the only problem is normally I run armor kits, and I can feel a big difference, guys. I can feel a big difference in the durability. Like, he gets killed so much faster without the 3 armor kits on him, but at the same time, you're almost guaranteed to grab the beacon first, so it's kind of like a trade-off. Do you want to help your team and get to the beacon right away, or do you want to be a little harder to kill and continue to help your team later in the battle? I'm still just trying to decide which one of those setups is better. Let me look through the comments some more. Yeah, Bogey, even 1 fortifier can be very nice if that's all you have. I mean, every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Oh, you're still running Scourge Calamity on your Fenrir? That's cool. You don't see that set up too much anymore, but it's actually really good. I love Scourging Calamities, even though they're old school. As long as you don't run into a bunch of robots that are constantly going into stealth, those are still amazing weapons. You know what, Eric? I agree. I never liked the fortifiers on the shell. That's the one robot that has a shield that I would say do not put fortifiers on. That and Revenant. Do not put fortifiers on Revenant or shell. That's my opinion. But, I mean, you can do it if you like it, but no good to me. No good to me. Alright, so Catter says he doesn't think he would use more than 1 fortifier nowadays because we got nuclear amplifiers, repair amplifiers, and balance units available. Well, buddy, it kind of, I see your point there, but at the same time, like when you have a shield that people just can't seem to take down, it's pretty amazing having a shield that never seems to die. All right, Isaac says, how good is Repair Amplifier? Is it good mainly on tanks? Yes, if it's got over 200,000 hit points, I would say Repair Amplifier is a must. Not a must, but it's a giant help. If you have one, throw it on your highest hit point robots first. If it has below 200,000 hit points, the Repair Amplifier still comes in handy, but yeah, the more hit points, the better that thing works. Catters, you do have a good point, man. There's a lot of pilots that now bypass the shield. So yes, I can understand why you're saying that. Yeah. Because if you have 3 fortifiers and they have a shield breaker pilot, the fortifiers aren't going to do any good when you're being hit with the shield breaker pilot. So you do have a really good point there, Catters. Thank you for bringing that up. I didn't even really think about that, but that's an awesome point. What's up, Mitos? How are you? Dragon Kingdom, what's going on? Alright, so you've got a scavenger shell, but you already have a shell at level 11. What should you do? Well, alright. The scavenger shell may or may not look better to you. I don't know. But let's just say you have a shell with the paint job that gives it 5% more hit points. If you level up the other shell to the same level, you're only going to get an additional 5% hit points. Is that really worth leveling up the other shell? I would say only if you've really got a lot of extra silver laying around. I mean, you got to really, really, really love the special edition bot. You know, for example, I had a regular Blitz. And I really didn't want to level up the Ardent Blitz, but the Ardent Blitz looked so amazing. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to level up the Ardent Blitz. And I'm really glad that I did, okay? I'm glad that I did it. It looks amazing, but generally you got to really like it a lot. It's kind of a waste of silver in some ways, but in other ways it's not. Now, like Kepri, I got a Kepri, and I upgraded both of the Kepris, all right? I upgraded the regular one and the special edition, and it's really cool to be able to run 2 Kepris sometimes. Like, I do like running 2 of them, so if you want to run 2 shells, that's great, but I don't know if I would level up a regular one just to or the special edition one just to replace a regular one, unless it's like a really high hit point tank. Like if it was a Fenrir, I would say yes. That extra 5% or 10% hit points makes a huge difference on something like a Fenrir. On a shell, I don't really think you're going to notice it that much. Alex Ahoy says, Ardent Behemoth is superior to Ardent Blitz. They're both amazing. They are both amazing. But they're both very different and have different play styles. So I don't think you can really compare the two together. One's like an in-your-face brawler. The other one's just a massive damage dealer. So both very different types of weapons. Did I just say weapons when I'm talking about robots? Both very different types of robots. There we go. How about that? I fixed it. I fixed it. Alright, I have 2 Mark II to Fafnir, but I also have a Freedom Fafnir and Corrupted Fafnir. Dragon Kingdom, I don't think I would really spend any resources on the Fafnir right now. It was one of the best and most fun bots in the game, but when they nerfed it, they've made it so slow. It's, to me, the bot almost feels like it's worthless. I feel like they've killed it off and almost destroyed it. So, personally, I would not spend any resources to upgrade your Fafnir. That's just me, alright? If you really, really, really like it. I will say this, though. There is one thing that's really cool about the special edition Freedom Fafnir. It's a little bit smaller than the other ones. So it's a little bit, if like you're flying in and out of buildings and stuff and around buildings, it's a little bit smaller, so it's easier to navigate and doesn't get stuck on as many things. Now, I actually think that the Corrupted Fafnir is the biggest out of the three. It's a little bit bigger, so it's a little harder to navigate and get stuck on more stuff. But personally, Fafnir was bad. He was a bad dude back in his day, but right now he's kind of just kind of a guy you want to have just hanging out and collecting dust in your hanger, in my opinion. Now, if it's all you got, by all means use it until you get something to replace it. But unfortunately, they nerfed him into the ground. Now, there is some rumors that they're going to give him some speed back, which would fix him. They need to make him fast again. He was so fun when he was fast, and now he's just a boring, squishy turd that's very, very hard to play. So unfortunately, they really messed him up a lot. Alright, so Alien says his still one of his dreams to get a Freedom Fafnir. Yeah, it's really cool. My favorite's the Corrupted one, though. I like the Corrupted one. It was not easy to get a Freedom Fafnir. I think I got one of those. You wouldn't believe how many regular and Corrupted Fafnirs I got out of chests and stuff. They just kept popping out and popping out and popping out. I mean, I got those things left and right. I was at the point I was mad at the game. I'm like, stop giving me Fafnirs. But it was not easy to get the Freedom one at all. Alright, so Mara says flamethrowers are toxics on tanks. I like the toxic weapons for one reason, okay? Well, two reasons. They're a little bit easier to use. And let's just say you're fighting another tank that has like a nebula or a drone with healing chips. Well, with the toxic weapons, most of the damage comes from the DOT and not the actual weapon damage itself. And the DOT damage doesn't seem to trigger the healing from stuff like nebula, so it will kill a tank with a healing drone much faster than the flamethrowers will. Now, if the only reason I would say definitely go with the toxic is because, you know, it's just awesome not triggering the healing on the nebula, because you guys probably all see what the nebula does. That guy will be down to almost 0 health, and all of a sudden the nebula's like BAM! Puts that guy back up to full health. Well, you don't have to deal with that if you're fighting another tank one-on-one. So I like the toxins for that one reason alone. So, Fenrir with toxic weapons will ear a shell every time, says Eric. I think he means kill, right? T800 Falcon, what's up, buddy? How are you doing? You only got one freedom out of the 5. Yeah, the freedoms were hard to get for some reason. Alex Ahoy likes eating shells. Personally, I don't think I would eat a metal robot. That's probably bad for your health, buddy. I would probably, if you really went out and you ate one of those shell bots, you might want to go see your doctor, man. You might have some, you might have a little bit of health issues coming up, man, if you eat a shell. That's not good. That's not good. Alien wants to know, how is Wayland going to perform with 2 hammers? I have not tried it, Alien, but I can guarantee you it's going to be really good. You know what? I might have to try that on, maybe on one of my live streams. Maybe on this week's live stream. Alien, remind me, okay? Leave some comments on my upcoming videos and remind me to play that on my stream on Thursday. We can try that on Thursday on the time drop stream. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Yep, Missy Scott, I do get stuck on everything. I don't get stuck on stuff as much as I used to, but I used to get stuck on stuff so much. I've gotten better at it, but I still do get stuck on stuff. Would Heimdall with Cataclysm be good? Cataclysm. Wait a second. I think you're talking about Cyclones, right? Cataclysm's the heavy version. So Heimdall with 4 Cyclones is actually very, very nice. I've played it. I like it. I like the new blinder weapons a little better, but yes, that's a very good setup. Those weapons are pretty much good on everything. What's up, Howler? How's it going? How you doing today? All right, so Alex, the blast shotguns usually only give you about 1 bomb effect per reload. So let's just say you hit every bullet or every shot on your target, you get 1 bomb effect. And then you reload and then you might get another bomb effect. So if you miss a lot of those, one thing you got to remember about shotguns is the further you are away, the less of the shotgun pellets are going to hit the enemy because they do spread out. So you almost have to be up close and personal before enough of those hit to actually activate the bomb effect. So that might be why you're having a problem with that. If you're 50 meters away and you land every shot on your enemy, you should always get 1 bomb effect per reload. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me read back up to the chat a little bit. Make sure I didn't miss anything good. It's not always easy to answer all the questions because I know we miss some. It always comes through. The chat goes pretty quick. All right, cool. I think we got everything. What's up, Daniel Hayes? How you doing today, man? Good to see ya. Do I think the bendy guns will get another nerf? Yes, I think they're going to. I don't think it's going to be, tomorrow or next week, but I think within the next couple of months, we're probably going to see the medium and the heavy get another nerf. That's just, I kind of know what happens. I kind of look at the pattern of how they do things. And I think after the next set of weapons comes out, or maybe another set after that, within the next couple of sets of weapons being released, I'm pretty sure we will see another nerf on those. What's up, Kron? How's it going? Alright, Mara says if you have level 1 toxic or shotguns, what would you upgrade? Which robot, I guess? I kind of like the toxic weapons. I like the toxics better than the shotguns myself. They're both very, very good. I will say this though, the toxics are a little bit older, so there's more of a chance of them getting a nerf, and there's more of a chance of the shotguns getting a buff, because if you've noticed, there's not that many people running those new shotguns yet. And normally if there's not that many people using them, Pixonic's like, hey, these aren't performing satisfactory to the players, so let's buff them. So that's kind of a hard one to answer. I want to say the toxics, but just remember the toxics did go through 1 nerf already, but there's no guarantee they won't get a second. I hope they don't. I really don't think they're going to, but it's always a possibility, okay? So in some ways, it's going to be better to upgrade the toxics. In some ways, it's going to be better to upgrade the new shotguns. All right, so Conrad's looking for a clan. What league are you in, bud? That would be helpful. A lot of clans have a set league, so if you're in some clans only take champion players, some clans would take lower league players. So let people know what league you're in, and maybe you'll find somebody looking for a clan. Yeah, you almost need that pilot on the Skyros, because Titans will just rip the Skyros to pieces if you don't have the Theseus pilot on it. So there is going to be another Skyros coming out. Not another Skyros, but another Skyros pilot coming out. And personally, I don't think I would take the Theses off to add the new pilot. The new pilot's supposed to suppress people. Anybody who's within X amount of meters, the new pilot's going to suppress them. But I don't know. If you take Theseus off, there's a lot of weapons. Like Hawk's gonna torch your ball. Titans will torch your ball. The ball will be an easy kill for a lot of different things if you remove the Theseus. So I don't know. I think the Theseus is the pilot you want to keep on there permanently, in my opinion. What's up, Nightmare? How you doing? All right, so you're in Diamond. So are there any clans out there looking for Diamond players? Conrad would like to find a new clan, guys. If so, say, hey, Conrad, here's my clan ID. Send us an invite or whatever. Conrad, also, are you on iOS or Android? Because that actually matters. Like right now, only Android clans can take Android players and only iOS clans can take iOS players. So you're in Diamond, and we also need to know what platform you're playing on. Wait, what about 32-0? Was one of my games 32-0? I would hope not. I can't really remember. I recorded these games earlier today and I've already kind of forgot about how they went. Yeah, we just got pre-recorded games playing in the background. What's up, John Doe? How you doing? I just want to say thank you to all my channel members. I appreciate you guys a lot. Alright, John says the shotguns are not performing because it's hard to win them. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, those guys that spend a lot of money, the really big spenders get a lot of those shotguns and they have a bunch of them maxed out on the first day. I've heard a lot of those guys got them and maxed them out and they didn't like them and took them off. So, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Nightmare, how you doing today? Conrad, Phantom's an awesome little robot. They actually buffed him recently, and I don't know, like the buff, it feels like they did so much more to him than what they said they did, because Phantom's feeling awesome. Like, I'm having such a good time with this Phantom, it's not even funny. Like, he used to be okay. Like, when he first came out, he was amazing, and then they nerfed him a little bit, and new stuff come out, and then Phantom kind of died off, and he really wasn't that good. But then they buffed him again a few months back, and my gosh, he's doing amazing. Like, he's hard to kill if you play him right. I'm really glad I put him back in my hangar and give him a try, because he's just doing great. Mikey wants to know what's my favorite robot in Titan. Like, I kind of hate to say it, but right now I think Heimdall is my favorite Titan. Not necessarily because he's good or better than the rest. I just really enjoy playing the Heimdall. Sometimes it's nice just to play something because you like it and you have fun with it over something that's good that you don't enjoy playing. Favorite robot, definitely the Kepria right now. I love the Kepria, but there's so many robots that I love playing. It's kind of hard to really pick a number one favorite, but I would say if I were going to run two of anything in my hangar right now, it would probably be two Kepris. So I really like it. I really enjoy playing it. So that probably says, yeah, that's probably my favorite. Probably my favorite right now. Yeah, they did buff the Phantom. But I thought they only buffed him when he was in his ability. They said they were giving him more defense points when he goes into his ability, but it feels like he's got more hit points or something going on at all times, because even when he's not in his ability, he doesn't feel that squishy anymore. You out of here, Eric? If so, have a great day, and it was nice to see you, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Have an awesome weekend, bud. I know it's only Monday, but I guess this is part of your weekend still. That's awesome, man. Long weekends are always a good thing, but yeah. I hope you enjoy the rest of it. What's up, Dion? Dragon Kefri is just so hard to kill. I mean, if you don't have any weapons for it, that might be a little bit of an issue. I don't know what to tell you in that aspect. Is it worth upgrading if you don't have any weapons for it? Well, man, I don't really know how to answer that. I mean, you've probably got something you can throw on it, right? So John Doe says, what weapons do you use on the Phantom? Toxic weapons, sonic weapons, and the new shotguns are all really, really good. I love all three of those on the Phantom. I was playing it with the new shotguns today, the cudgel and the mace, and I'll tell you what, I was really impressed with it. I like those new shotguns a lot on the little Phantom. They just do so good. 2 toxins and 2 scatters would be a great setup overall. It gets a little weird with the reload times because, you know, you got a 3-second reload on the toxins, but the scatters, you know, you kind of got to let off the trigger a while to let those reload. So that part's going to get a little bit weird, but I know a lot of guys that are running that setup where they got 2 toxins and 2 scatters, and they're having a really good time with it, and they're really enjoying playing it. So if you can get used to the weird reload times between the 2 weapons, I think that would be a great setup. Oh, we got Midnight Rambler in the house. What's up, buddy? Awesome to see you. How's your day going? But yeah, I mean, as long as you got a couple decent weapons to throw on the Kefri, definitely level it up because it's currently probably the best tank in the game. It's got great support capabilities. I mean, it's just an all-around awesome robot. Like, you can't go wrong with that guy. Maichi, I think they will get a nerf, but I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon. More than likely, they'll get a little bit of damage taken away, and I have a feeling that they might lose, like, they might have a longer cooldown. Right now, it's only like a 5-second cooldown. You get blinded, 5 seconds later, they can blind you again. I'm pretty sure they're going to end up nerfing at least the cooldown and maybe some of the damage. I'm not really sure. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I mean, those are brand new. They're a little bit overpowered. I think Pixonic's going to let those ride for a while because everybody wants them and everybody's using them. So until like everybody gets them, they're probably not going to get a nerf anytime soon. But I could be wrong. They might, if they become big enough of a problem and enough people are complaining, they might nerf them sooner than we're expecting. But, I mean, that's really up to Pixonic. I can't really guarantee when or why they're going to do certain things, but just going by the patterns I'm seeing, I'm just kind of taking an educated guess of how I think it's going to happen. I can't actually speak for Pixonic or tell you when they're going to do something like that, but I can kind of take my guesses at it. You know what I mean? Midnight, buddy. You got any good game questions, man? Daniel, yes, that was so fun. But there's a few times that went haywire, and now they got people with EMPs. So if you try and do that and somebody EMPs you on the way down, you're just going to sink anyways. But I used to do that all the time. I would jump off the bridge or something, especially on the castle map. There's the bridge, and everybody's like underneath the bridge trying to get the beacon. I would just jump off the ledge and like shoot the people on the way down and then teleport back. But every once in a while that would backfire. But yeah, that's one of the funnest things to do with the Phantom. People are like, haha, look, he's falling in the water, and then you just teleport back. But yeah, man, that was a blast doing that. Yeah, Dion, so far on the test server, those new weapons are amazing. Like, I was loving them. I mean, they're really just a upgraded version of the Tehran. I mean, they're almost the same mechanics. They feel the same. They even look similar in some ways. Like, if you look at the back of both weapons, it's kind of the same thing. Now, the front end looks very different, but I mean, a 600-meter Tehran that does more damage is when you land more shots. That's crazy. That's crazy. I like it. I like it. Those are probably going to end up being my new favorite weapon when they come out. Like, I'm going to tell you, if I could get enough of those to run it on every single bot in my hangar, I have a feeling I would run those on everything if I got enough. Like right now, I would run the toxic weapons on everything. But the only reason I do like to change stuff around because it gets boring playing the same thing all the time. I mean, when you've been playing for 7 years, it's nice to have some variety, you know? It's nice to have a little bit of variety because I get bored, I get burnt out playing the same, 5 bots with the same weapons. Back in the day, I didn't care. I'd play the same hangar for months and months and months and still be super happy with it. But, when you're playing for a long time, it's nice to have some variety. What are my top 5 bots? Alright. Tanks. I love the tanks. Fenrir, Kepri, Invader, Revenant, and probably Behemoth. Those are probably some of my top 5s right now. I love all those robots a lot. I mean, they're just really fun. Skyros is up there, alright? Skyros is one of my favorites. It's hard to pick just a top 5, Top 5 is hard, but those are probably my top 6 favorites right now. Alright, let me read back up through the chat a little bit. John Doe wants to know, are the bendies still worth upgrading? John, the bendies are ridiculous still. They're still doing major amounts of damage. They're pretty crazy. So yes, at this time, I think eventually they will get nerfed again. But until that happens, I think those are still some really awesome weapons. The nerf really didn't hurt them that bad. Now, there's a few people that say their bendy weapons feel like crap, but most of the people I talk to says they can barely tell a difference. I think from the time they start shooting to the time they end, there's about you're doing about 20% less damage if you could land every single shot. So I don't think it's really that bad of a nerf. So they're still almost as good in my opinion. Eric says, our last stand's worth spending 200 million silver to max them out. Yeah, I mean, last stands come in very, very handy on certain robots. That's kind of becoming personal preference. These days with the repair amplifier, you don't necessarily have to have the last stand. But the one thing I really do like about last stand is now you can heal when it comes on. So if your last stand kicks in and you're currently healing, they can't really damage you much. So that gives you a big chance to heal up a lot. So last stand can come in very, very handy, but that's really personal preference at the moment. I don't think you need the last stands anymore, but they're very nice to have. I don't really want to tell you upgrade it or don't upgrade it on that one because that one can really go either way. That one's really, really personal preference, okay? I really like the last stands, but I don't run them that much anymore. Now, the other day I put them on my tanks, and it was awesome hitting last stand and then healing up. I was like, man, this is cool, but yeah, that's a hard one to really tell you for sure. Alright, Midnight, best modules right now, in my opinion, are definitely the nuclear amplifiers and the repair amplifiers. Alright, if you're looking for durability, repair amplifiers, heavy armor kits, and last stands are all awesome for durability, okay? If you're looking for damage, well, balance units and nuclear amplifiers are great. Those are the main ones I would look into. I mean, it's going to depend on which robot. I mean, some robots I feel like I can just put all damage modules on. Some robots I feel like I can just put all defense robots on. Some of them I like to mix it up. So It really depends on the robot and stuff like that. But I think right now the main thing is everybody's running not one balance unit. Everybody's running one repair amplifier, one nuclear amplifier, and then the third module is kind of personal preference. Some guys are running an armor kit, some guys run a balance unit, some guys might run a fortifier, some guys might run an anti-control. Module number 3 is really personal preference, but one nuclear and one balance or one repair amplifier are kind of like the go-to setups for most robots right now. What's up, Miguel? How you doing? Ivory Ravana with 3 toxins is a very nice setup right now. I don't know if there was more to your question there. I might have missed some of it, but yeah, that's a great setup. Ravana is a little bit hard to play, but if you can get good with him, he's an awesome bot. Personally, I don't think I would upgrade a Ravana at the moment, just because there's a lot of better bots, but if you don't have any of the better bots, yeah, upgrade him. I mean, if he's sitting in your hangar and you don't have any of the newer bots you need to upgrade instead, he's very fun and very cool and very good. He's not as good as the newest stuff, but I still like him a lot. So if you got like a Skyros or a Kepri or something, upgrade that beforehand. But if you don't have any of those, sure, why not start on your Ravana, or just save your resources until you do get one of the newer bots. Oh yeah, I push Nightmare. Pushing people with Skyros is super awesome. That's one of my favorite things to do with it. But yeah, Midnight, it sucks. I think once I got a level 12 hangar, I stopped upgrading weapons and robots and everything else, and I just focused on modules for a while. So it was a big like hit to my robot and weapon levels, but once I maxed out all my last stands and my bunch of armor kits and a couple balance units, that was awesome. Yeah, Alien says the Havoc is probably the best setup for Ravana. I actually agree with you, buddy. Those weapons are awesome. The sonic weapons on Ravana are amazing. They're still the best setup you can get for that guy. Or the new shotguns are really good on there as well. Toxics are great, but I think the new shotguns and the sonics are probably the 2 best setups for him at the moment. Yeah, Howler, it's not easy to play. It's one of those robots that takes a little bit of skill. You got to know just when to time the abilities, and if you don't time the abilities at just the right time, your Ravana's probably going to get its butt kicked. What's up, Glenn? We got Glenn the Jack Rabbit in the house. What's up? What's up? We got Omar. Hey, Ironhide. Nice to see you guys. Alright, Ironhide says, is the Iron Hearth drone worth buying? Man, I think for today they got it in the store for like $10 or $11 or something. Some people really, really like the Iron Hearth. Some people don't. I think it's overall a very nice drone. I mean, I like it, but it's not one of my favorites. But if you can get it for like $10, it's kind of worth picking up. I mean, there's certain robots where it's almost worth putting them on. It's a very nice drone. I would give that drone about an 8 out of a 10. So I would rather have a Nebula or a Whiteout. You know, Nebula or Whiteout are 2 best drones in my opinion right now. So if you don't have one of those, you can definitely think about getting the Iron Hearth. Iron Hearth is good, Beak is good, and the Paralysis. Those are my favorite drones right now. I like all of those a lot. But yeah, Iron Hearth is cool. I mean, I can't guarantee that you're going to like it or not like it, but a lot of people love it. A lot of people don't love it. So that one really comes down to personal preference, but I like it. I think it's good. Yeah, there's a lot of questions. I'm trying to get to them all, so if I miss somebody's questions, I'm sorry. So, Lewis, all right. The operations has 3 bonus tasks that you don't have to finish, and the Skyros one is a bonus task. All right. So if you can't finish that one with the Skyros, you don't have to. You can just skip over that, and a new task should pop up that you can do. So you don't have to complete the Skyros task. All right, it's just a bonus one. I was a little concerned about that myself because I got to the Skyros task and I still haven't had another task pop up, but another one should probably be popping up today or tomorrow. But yeah, if you're getting up in the Champion League, unfortunately, you need to get your modules up there. If your modules, your pilot skills, and your drones aren't on point, you're going to have a really hard time in Champion League. Now, down in the lower leagues, I think you're okay without having maxed out drones, or decent drones, good pilot skills, and good modules. But once you get up in the Champion, that becomes way more important. Oh yeah, definitely upgrade the Caffrey before the Ravena. Caffrey is one of the best robots right now. Lou, yeah, I think the damage dealt damage are one of the best chips to run with your Smutas. There's a lot of weapons I wouldn't run those on, but with Smutas, yes, I think those are very, very good chips to run. Alright, Maichi says, I have nuclear amplifier, balance unit, and repair amplifier. Personally, I would say repair amplifier first, nuclear amplifier second, and balance units third. Balance units are kind of like old news. They're still very good and they're very handy, but repair amplifier and nuclear amplifier are the two most needed modules. But if you're running tanks, the repair amplifier will make your tanks last forever. If it's not a tank, then I would probably upgrade the nuclear amplifier first. But if it's a tank, definitely upgrade the balance unit first. Non-tank, nuclear amplifier first. Alright, hopefully I didn't miss too many questions there. Alright, so Eric's got 2 balance units and an anti-control on the Fenrir. That's an interesting setup. Fenrir is one of those robots where he's got so many defense points and so many hit points. You can kind of get away with taking like the armor and stuff like that off of him. Personally, I think he really needs... I don't know, that's a very interesting build there. Anti-controls are nice because it sucks getting locked down, especially when you're in a slow robot like the Fenrir. There's been days where I've logged in, dropped my Fenrir, he takes 3 steps, somebody locks him down. Lockdown wears off, he takes 3 or 4 steps, lockdown. Lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. By the time I get close enough to use my weapons, I've lost 75% of my health. So there's a lot of games where I thought, man, I wish I had anti-controls on this. So that's the one thing. Everything in this game has a counter. Everything is always situational. You never know what robot you're going to run into. You never know what's going to be the best build for your bot according to what the other team is running. So there's never one like 100% best build, because in certain situations this might have been the better build, but in other situations this might have worked better. But there's no way to really counter for, or really no way to know what you're going to go up against when you face the enemies. So that's a very hard one to really, answer as far as what's the absolute best, because there's so many variables in different situations. But yeah, I mean, on something like the Fenrir, you can definitely take some of the some of the durability modules off and run something else, and you might notice a difference, but the Fenrir is still going to be really hard to kill. So yeah, I mean, same thing with Kepri. You might be able to take some of the durability modules off and run some anti-controls or this or that instead, but my personal preference is always the durability. But that's just for me. Alright, so Midnight wants me to sing Blinded by the Light. My throat's a little scratchy, but here we go. Blinded by the light, revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. There you go, buddy. My throat's scratchy, so I'm probably not a great singer at the moment, but there it is, there it is. I can't really do the rock and roll voice anymore. It hurts my throat these days. Alright, so Howler's got 4 nebulas. Awesome, buddy. 4 nebulas is great. Nebula is the one drone I think you can throw it on any robot. I mean, you could actually just put 5 nebulas in your hangar if you could fill it up with the right chips and just leave it. And you never have to change it again unless... I mean, there might be a point where something way better than the Nebula comes out, but I think overall Nebula is still the #1 best drone in the game. Samuel says, hello, is Mercury still good? Mercury is great in the lower leagues, but he's very, very hard to play in champion leagues. So once you get up into the higher leagues, you're probably going to want to use something else. I don't think I would really suggest dumping resources into Mercury. I like Mercury. He's very fun, but he's very, very hard to play, especially in the higher leagues. He's what you consider a really skilled bot. You got to be really good with that bot to do well with it, especially up in champions. So Mercury's awesome, but I don't think he's really champion league material these days, unless you're just one of those people that's like so good at playing him you've mastered him. You know what I mean? Dragon says, what should I put for first module? If you're asking, does it matter which order you put them in? It doesn't really matter. I mean, you could have a last stand first, you could have a last stand second, last stand third. It doesn't matter. Just don't run 3 last stands. Some people do that. Why does anybody here run 3 last stands? If you do, please answer. Why in the world are you doing that? It's crazy. I've seen a lot of people out there running 3 last stands or 2 last stands, and I'm like, what is this player doing? Like, it doesn't really do you any good. The only difference is it makes the last stand come on sooner, so it triggers sooner. At like when you lose like 20% of your health, the last stand comes on, and then it's gone forever. I mean, you're missing out on 2 other modules just to make your, last stand come on at 20% health. I mean, 80% health. It doesn't make sense. I've always wanted to not know why people run 3 last stands. It baffles my brain. Every time I see it, my brain's like ready to explode because I just can't believe what I'm seeing. I mean, when people are doing it in Champion League, that's when I'm just like, wait a second. Why? Why? Like, it makes no sense. Alright, Dragon says modules for Kepri. On my Kepri, what I'm currently running is 1 balance unit. No, hold on. 1 repair amplifier, 1 nuclear amplifier, and 1 heavy armor kit. Or you can do nuclear amp, repair amp, and the anti-control. I think those are 2 of the best setups for him right now. Alright, Lou's never used the last stand. Last stands are pretty cool. I like them. Midnight, yes. Currently, or not currently, but yesterday I had 3 last stands. Oh my gosh. I had 3 fortifiers on my Skyros yesterday, and it was pretty cool. It was a big noticeable difference, and I really enjoyed it. Today I put 3 nitro units on it, and I noticed it's dying so much easier, but I'm getting to the beacons. Like, watch how fast my Skyros goes. Look at this thing. I pretty much always get to the beacon before everybody. Even if a Kepri doesn't attach to me, that thing moves crazy fast with the 3 nitro units on it. Personally, I'm not a person who likes or recommends nitro units, but they're very good for beacon runners. Maichi, last stand on Kepri is actually nice. If you were to run a nuclear amp, a repair amp, and a last stand, that would also be a very nice setup for Kepfree. Because once you get the low health, let's just say you've got some gray bar left, you get the low health, that last stand comes on, you hit your healing unit, and bam, you just got like half of your health back, or 60 or 70% of your health back sometimes. And they can't damage you while you're healing as long as the last stand is on. So yeah, I mean, that's a pretty darn good deal, actually. Well, have we really been doing this for an hour and a half already? Are my clocks wrong? Have we really been streaming for an hour and a half today? Hold on a second. Can this be right? Wow, yeah. Hour and a half has gone by. I thought we'd been going for maybe like an hour. I'm really surprised. All right. Let me read back up through there. If anybody's got some game questions, if I happen to miss your question, guys, if I don't answer it within a couple of minutes, feel free to ask again. Sometimes I do miss some of the questions. Yeah, Missy Scott, definitely a lot of fun. And yeah, happy birthday again. Missy Scott's birthday, guys. All right, Isaac says, what's better for Titans, Cannibal Reactor or the Onslaughts? All right, so I think the Onslaught is the best damage module for Titans because it's doing a lot of damage to regular robots and a lot of damage to Titans. I mean, sure, if you're running 3 Cannibals, you're doing a little bit more damage to Titans, but I would rather run the Onslaught so I do more damage to both. I mean, I guess that's really personal preference, but, wait, Midnight, what happened to your screen, buddy? You said you cracked my screen? What happened? Yeah, Mike, it is very hard to get good drones in the game. If you got if you can get some of those gold deals for cheap, buy some Nebulas. Buy some Nebulas. Sorry if I'm kind of like stuttery and like talking funny today. Still not feeling good. I haven't really felt good for like 3 days, man. My sinuses and allergies are killing me. My stomach's all upset. I'm tired. I'm just kind of like blah the last couple of days, so I apologize if I'm not speaking clearly or whatever. Isaac, you're welcome, buddy. Yeah, Battleborn. Okay, Dragon Kingdom mentioned Battleborn. Battleborns are great for beacon runners because they can really help your beacon runner stay alive once it gets to the beacon. So yeah, I don't really recommend Battleborns except for on a beacon runner. But Battleborns and Nitro units, or maybe even a mix of the two, could be really cool on beacon running robots. That would actually be maybe like 2 Battleborns or 1 Battleborn and 2 Nitro units or something. That might be kind of cool for a beacon runner. Oh, nice. Kron, you've won all of your drones? Nice, nice. So my gameplay should have started over. I recorded about an hour of gameplay today, and then I just set the video to loop. So once the hour hits, it just started the game's over. So, but I just wanted to get something for you guys to look at if we're doing these Q&A things, because there's no way I can play and answer all the questions at the same time. So I figured, yeah, I'll just record an hour worth of games. All right, Midnight says, when is a good time to use overdrive? I have plenty. Well, there's a few robots I might consider running overdrive on, like a Siren or a Harpy. Something that's gonna like hang out in the back and do a lot of damage from a distance. That's something that I might put an overdrive on, but I think overdrives are a little bit outdated now. But for example, like if you were running like a Siren with Smutas and you were to put like one nuclear amplifier and 2 overdrives on it, that would do a lot of damage. That would be a very hard hitting setup once the overdrives kicked in. A lot of guys are using like 2 2 or 3 nuclear amplifiers just so they can get to the 80 stacks right away, which is insane. But yeah, I mean, I think like sniper type weapons, or I mean sniper type robots, overdrives would still be kind of cool. Maybe even a behemoth with smooches would be cool with overdrives. I don't know. I haven't really tried that, but I mean, with overdrives, you're guaranteed to get what was it? 30. I can't remember how much damage they give you, but you're guaranteed to get a nice amount of extra damage once you lose so much health. But I don't think they're the best modules anymore, but they can still come in handy, especially if you have them and they're already leveled up. If they're not leveled up though, I don't think I would put my resources into them. TRX3, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. How's your day going? Ah, Maichi won a mace. Cool, cool. You know what? Techno Scorpion's really cool. I like that little guy. At first, I wasn't so sure that I liked it, but it kind of grew on me. It was kind of funny, but when it first came out, there was a bunch of people calling it the toilet. I guess they thought it looked like a toilet. But I think Techno Scorpion's pretty neat. Tico Loco. I think the new weapons are awesome. We don't know what they're going to be like on the live server, but when I tested them out on the test server, I loved them. I loved them. If they're anything like they are on the test server, they're probably going to be my new favorite weapons once they go live. Now, one thing you got to remember about the test server, though, is they put them on there, they test them out. Next test server, they'll probably make a few changes. The next test server, they'll probably make a few changes. And they gather all the data they get, and then they decide, hey, this is how we're going to set it up for the live server. So I don't know what they're going to be like when they go live, but yeah, I really, really like the way they were set up on this test server. I've got a weird feeling though, like right now they got a 600 meter range. I got a weird feeling that we're going to see like a 350 or maybe a 400 meter range on them on the next test server. I don't think those weapons are going to get to keep their 600 meters. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're going to end up having less range than that. XRA E8, what's up, buddy? How are you? Alright, so Siren, nice. Shell, pretty nice. Demeter, nice. Fafnir, and Kepri. Besides the Fafnir dragon, I think you got a nice setup there. Daniel Rogers, hey, I'm doing good, buddy. How about yourself? Nice to see ya. Alright, Bogey's out of here. Have a great day, Bogey. Have an awesome day. Alright. Alright, Isaac. Catch you later, buddy. Yep, I always gotta scroll back up through the chat because there's always a bunch of stuff I'm missing. Oh, my singing cracked the screen. Alright, my singing cracked the screen. It couldn't have been that bad, was it? I know it wasn't that bad. I mean, I know it wasn't the world's best singing, but man, now my feelings are hurt. Alright, there we go. What should you switch your Fafnir with? Well, if you don't have that Scorpion in the hangar and your Scorpion's leveled up, Scorpion's still an awesome little bot. Missy's tried to get a birthday dinner, but it didn't work. Maichi, I'm never gonna sing again because I'm breaking people's screens, so yeah. I will never sing again in my life. I'm gonna staple my lips shut. You'll never hear me sing or talk ever again. I'm like kind of like Medusa, but my voice kills people and breaks their phones, I guess. Oh man, Kron says, I think Pixonic should create a game mode that lasts an hour and uses all hangers. You know what? I don't think a lot of people would like that. For example, if you go into a free-for-all game, it's almost guaranteed to last the full 10 minutes. And a lot of people don't like playing free-for-all just because they say the mode lasts too long. So I don't know. Shamo900, how you doing? Nice to see you. Daniel, yeah, I'm doing pretty good, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those new weapons are going to have a much shorter reload time very soon. BS Mark Fafner. Yeah, I'm probably not going to sing happy birthday though. Like some of the people I live with don't do holidays or birthdays, so they would probably get a little grumpy if I was singing happy birthday. Not kidding, not kidding. What do you put on the Techno Scorpion? Sonic weapons or any type of shotgun works great. Storms work great. The new cudgel and mace work great. Or sonic weapons. If you have those hit so hard on the Scorpion. You want something that unloads the damage as quickly as possible. That way you can just like pop, 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 and then leave. Giovanni, you know what? Even if your hanger's out of date, I mean, if it's working and you're having fun playing with it, man, keep going. Keep going, you know what I mean? Alright, TRX3 says, would you rather have a shell or a Typhon in your hanger? Personally, I would rather have the Typhon. I've never really been a huge fan of the shell. I mean, I liked the shell. It's a really good robot, but I have much more fun playing the Typhon. I usually get more kills and do better with the Typhon. The only thing I really like about the shell is sometimes you can throw somebody off of a bridge or something like that. But yeah, I would much rather have Typhon any day of the week. Typhon's a really cool robot, so yeah, give me a Typhon and I'm a happy man. Yeah, 2 Havocs in the scatter would be great. I mean, level 3 is a little bit low. But if your Scorpion's leveled up enough for your league, maybe upgrade those Sonic weapons and throw those on the Scorpion. And I mean, I think you'll have a lot of fun with that. You don't see as many Scorpions around anymore, and I'm kind of surprised because they're still really, really good robots. In my opinion, they're still in the meta. They're not, but they are. They're like one step below the meta right now, I think. Scorpion's really fun. It's really good. I mean, they beat the heck out of people, so you can't complain too much about it. Just all around awesome, really. Alright guys, so we're probably gonna... I don't feel super good. My throat's real dry. I'm getting really hungry, so we're probably gonna end the stream here in a couple minutes. I need to get something to drink and something to eat. I don't know why my throat's hurting the last couple of days. I haven't felt too good, but hey, Stormtrooper, what's up, buddy? How would Scorcher do on the Techno Scorpion? Well, the medium rocket, the medium flaming rockets, they will do okay, but personally I would like something that unloads all the ammo a little bit faster, but that's an okay choice. Like, if you put those weapons on there, I think they'll do okay for the most part. I don't think those are going to be your best setup, but they will definitely do the trick if that's all you've got. John Doe, buddy, yeah, thanks for being a channel member. Midnight, thank you for being a channel member. Ah, crap, I've got it on, I don't have it on live chat, so there might have been some comments I never saw. Crap, guys, I'm sorry. There might have been a lot of comments I missed. If so, I'm sorry. Normally, I always put it on live chat. If you put it on top chat, it only shows you like what the YouTube thinks are the best comments or something like that. I don't know how they decide which ones to show you and which ones not to show you, but Midnight, I've never even... What is Put Another Candle on My Birthday Cake? I've never heard that song before. I'm guessing that must be a real song, but yeah, I've never heard of it. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap this one up. D-Dan, hey, what's going on? Nice to see you, buddy. It's been a little while. Hopefully everything is going good. Good to see you again. But yeah, I'm not feeling super great, so I think we've almost gone 2 hours for today. I'm hungry. I need to eat. I need to get something to drink. My throat's just all dried out and it's starting to hurt, so I think enough talking. I think I talk louder than normal when I do the streams. I don't know why I do that, but I kind of like halfway shout into the microphone when I'm streaming, so that's probably not good for your throat there when it's not feeling that great. I mean, I probably should just be talking more like this here instead of being like, hey guys, yeah. But you know, it is what it is. But all right, so we'll go ahead and answer that last question. Built by the Duck says, would you think to put Hammer and Cudgel on Harpy? Yeah, it's a nice build. It's not the best, all right, but it'll work great. It's a really good build overall. Personally, I don't know if I want those, but that would be pretty darn nice overall. Not the best setup, but a very nice setup, okay? I'd rather have something that doesn't spread out and do less damage at a further range like those do, but I think they'll do great overall. Alright, everybody. Oh, Tracy's here. What's up, Tracy? Alright, guys. I gotta get rolling. I just want to say thank you all for coming out. You guys are all amazing. I know we had a couple donations today. Everybody who donated, thank you. Channel members, thank you. That extra support is really helpful. I appreciate that a lot. You guys are all amazing. Moderators, awesome to have you here. I really appreciate what you guys do. Thank you for being around and helping out. You guys are awesome. And yeah, everybody that comes out to the streams and watches the videos, thank you guys for your support as well. You know, I really care about all you guys, and it's awesome to have everybody on the streams. And man, these things are always fun. It's awesome to come here and chat with you guys and everything else, but we got to get going. So thank you all so much. You guys are all amazing. Don't you forget that, and we will catch you next time. All right, see you guys later.